The video starts out recounting what happened at the end of the Paladin Straight music video, with Nico levitating toward Clancy and grabbing his throat. Clancy closes his eyes like he did in the Paladin Straight music video, and at the end of the Contract music video he opens them. So in this new video, we're essentially seeing what Clancy was picturing while his eyes were closed for those few seconds in the Paladin Straight music video. One thing to note is that Tyler's eyeballs seem to be moving left and right underneath his closed eyelids, which could possibly be showing that he is doing some form of psychokinesis. We know that from the Outside music video and the Overcompensate music video that Clancy can seize bishops and citizens of Dima, so he has some psychokinetic powers. I'm not entirely sure if when he closes his eyes he's just picturing something or if he's actually doing something psychokinetically while his eyes are closed. After Clancy closes his eyes, he's transported to this other place, and when he opens his eyes there, his eyes are red for a couple seconds before they turn back to his normal brown eye color. One possible theory here is that Nico had control of him for a couple seconds and then he shook it off, because we know that Clancy's eyes turn red when Nico is controlling him. This is imagery from the Blurry Face era in music videos for songs like Fairly Local and Stressed Out. Another theory is that his eyes are red because of what he's looking at, like maybe there's some red reflecting in his eyes. The red could either be from the Torchbearer's drum set or from the eyes of all the people that we will see in the next part of the video. We see a massive amount of people, most likely citizens of Dima, surrounding Clancy and the Torchbearer. Their eyes are all red, which can lead to a couple of different theories. One is that they are all being controlled by Nico, since Clancy's eyes turn red when Nico controls him. However, usually when citizens are seized by the bishops, their eyes turn yellow, but maybe any citizen's eyes turn red when Nico is seizing them. It also makes sense that it would be Nico or one of the bishops doing the seizing, because in the lyrics, Clancy literally sings that he has a feeling the necromancer is outside, so he's not talking about himself. Another theory is that we know that Clancy can seize the citizens of Dima. We were shown that in the Overcompensate music video, and one thing to note is that we never saw the color their eyes turn when he seizes them. At the end of the video, we see someone with Clancy's mask fall, and when they take off the mask, it's a different person, and we see that Clancy was seizing them with Ned's antlers. However, that person's eyes never change color, so that either means that Clancy is able to seize people without changing their eye color, or they just didn't want to change the eye color because they wanted to save the twist that person was being seized. So basically, we have no confirmation of what eye color the citizens' eyes will turn to when Clancy seizes them. Maybe it could be red. Maybe these are citizens that Clancy has now seized to take down the bishops. However, I don't think this theory holds water for three main reasons. One reason is that in the Outside music video, both Keon's and Clancy's eyes turn yellow when Clancy seizes him. And at the end of the Overcompensate music video, Clancy's eyes were yellow as well. So it seems like yellow is Clancy's seizing color. Another reason I don't think that Clancy is seizing these people in the video is that if you pause when they're showing the seized citizens, they look really creepy. They're all wearing these black hooded cloaks with their glowing red eyes. They don't look like heroes. The banditos look like heroes. They show their faces. These people look like Grim Reapers. Another reason I think the theory that Clancy sees these people doesn't hold water is that a tornado comes and sweeps all of those citizens away, leaving just Clancy and the Torchbearer behind, which makes it seem like they got rid of the bad guys. Another thing to note is that Clancy and the Torchbearer seem to kind of turn to dust at the end, but I think that might just be because the illusion is over, because Clancy's about to open his eyes and face Nico. Another thing to note is that the people's eyes are very bright, like neon lights. I mean, I guess the citizens' eyes glow when they're being seized, so I guess if their eyes are glowing red from far away, it could look like that. It just looks a little artificial to me, a little too neon. We've also never seen characters that look like this before. In the Paladin Straight music video, we got zombies, but they weren't dressed like this. Another big piece of imagery in this music video is the tornado. I'm not sure if this tornado is literally happening or if Clancy is just imagining it happening. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Tyler's eyeballs were moving behind his eyelids, so maybe he was doing something psychokinetically. So I'm not sure if that other place with the tornado was something he was actually doing or if he was just imagining it. Whether he literally or metaphorically got rid of the bad guys, it helped him gain the courage to open his eyes in front of Nico. In the song, Clancy sings about a deal and a contract, which we can assume will most likely be between him and Nico. We don't have any clues as to what the contract is yet, but I'm assuming we will learn more about it in future songs and music videos. Another thing I wanted to note imagery-wise was the the red rose petals that appear after the people with glowing red eyes are swept away in the tornado. Previous imagery we've had with flowers were yellow ones that Clancy collected each time he failed to escape Dima. I'm not sure if the red rose petals were a nod back to this, or maybe a contrast showing that something will be different this time. I make other Toenail Pals videos like this one. It would mean a lot to me if you checked those out too and subscribed. Thanks for watching!